Welcome, one and all, back to the Mind's Eye Theater. I have missed every last one of you. So, just because this is the season of feasting, to me, it has always seemed logical that there should be a signature werewolf movie for this particular season. That was my wish for last year. That wish didn't exactly come true because Antlers, which is our creature presentation for tonight, is a Wendigo, but it is the best option that I could have asked for. This is now slightly over a year later. Technically, this movie did come out at the end of October of last year. However, I could not have been happier that it released, that it delivered. This had been, like I said, this came out last year in October 2021. It had been delayed since early summer of 2020. It was one of the films that had been delayed all the way because of the coof. And I was happy that it didn't get memory hold, that it did get a release. And I figured, hey, since it's November, we've had a very busy, I've had a very busy September and October, but I absolutely wanted to make sure that we were able to stream this for you fine people, do a watch party for it for November. It did come later than expected, but better late than never. And what better time than Black Friday to have caught this? So, Lycans and gentlemen, children of the night, nocturnals, night terrors, and all things that go bump in the night, consider us your night watchmen for this evening's festivities here at the Mind's Eye Theater. I am Inkarnate, your horror host for this sold-out show. Joining me tonight, as usual, not always, but my stowaway and recently disentombed Trauma Dom.
Oh, glad to be here, man.
Trauma Dom hasn't had much practice with the watch parties as of late.
Nope.
So actually, this was the first. Was this the first movie that we saw in theaters? Yeah, right. Because we saw The Suicide Squad streaming last year.
Yeah.
So I honestly believe that this was the first movie that Trauma Dom and I had actually seen last year. Since you have actually neither of us have seen it since last year because I only just removed this out of the plastic. So Trauma Dom, tell the lovely people what you remember about this film. Try to keep it spoiler free.
Dude, absolutely incredible movie, and it kicked off all my cinematic hopes for the year, only to be very disappointed throughout
the rest of 2021, because this
pretty much.
Okay,
I can pretty much spot out maybe 2 good movies throughout that, aside from this one.
Right.
You know.
So I guess since we have both seen this, there's no real reason to go into what your expectations for this movie are. So I actually did a review of this movie. Obviously, don't watch it now. You're in our clutches and you're under our jurisdiction now. So your time is ours to dictate. But definitely watch the review of this movie afterwards. So naturally, I invite you to stream the film along with us. Queue it up on Hulu while I take care of some housekeeping items. So, we've had many a first here on the Mind's Eye Theater. The first episode, the inaugural episode of the watch parties with Prey. We did the first Netflix special with Cabinet of Curiosities. I even got my first copyright strike, which, by the way, thank you for YouTube. That's why you're not invited to this watch party.
Nope.
So today is actually the first non-streaming show we are presenting here on the watch party. So this little number here, we're pulling this from the famous Inkarnate Horror Blu-ray collection, which I've actually built over the last decade. I didn't realize until putting this watch party together, I started my Blu-ray horror collection in 2012.
Ooh.
Yeah. So now we're upgrading on to 4K. This movie unfortunately didn't come out on 4K, but I was happy that it came out on Blu-ray regardless. So let's get to the housekeeping items. So again, cue this up on Hulu while I go over all of this. We won't be watching this on Hulu, so just so you know, you will probably get ads and commercials on your end, especially at the beginning. As I always do, I will give timestamps throughout the stream so that you can catch up with us, or it should only be like a second or two that you're behind us. So and plus I like to give the timestamps so that you are synced up with us in case anyone is joining us casually late to the party. So this watch party is brought to you in partnership with Hotness TV. Today is Black Friday, so it's not too late to use the sponsorship links in the description if you want to get Samsung devices or Jabra headsets. So I invite you to do so. The Mind's Eye Theater is a proud affiliate of an upcoming horror documentary, Mental Health and Horror. I do ask if you are of a mood to support the stream with the support link up top, paypal.com/incarnate. And don't be like Trauma Dom. Get some of our merchandise on streamlabs.com/mindgamesinc/merch. And yes, I will continue to shame you until you get a hat or something.
I will get something.
So he says. He said this last stream too. That's probably why. He's probably the reason why I got that bogus copyright strike.
I would be inspired to buy more merch if I had a cheeseburger phone to look at in your little dungeon.
He's such an idiot. He wants me for some reason or another to get a cheeseburger hamburger, a hamburger telephone, as if I would use a wired communication device. He wants me to get a hamburger telephone to a cheeseburger telephone to spruce up the Inkarnate cave or whatever I'm calling the villain complex. That's what I'll call this.
The villain complex.
So we're coming to you live. We're coming to you live, streaming on Facebook and Twitch, not YouTube. In fact, I will not. I'll never be doing the watch parties again on YouTube after that bogus copyright strike. Instead, I will upload all watch parties, but it'll appear on my YouTube channel as a regular video as opposed to a live stream. So, with all that out of the way, now we offer you this creature presentation. We are finally starting right now.
Yay!
Yay! Okay. I don't know why. I guess I was worried about this when it came out last year because, first off, things were so up in the air regarding the pandemic, but also because I really wanted this to deliver. I don't think I knew ahead of time that this was a Wendigo monster, that the monster was a Wendigo. But I'm gonna tell you this: not that we've gotten we've gotten a lot of how can I put this? We've gotten a lot of indie Wendigo movies, but it's like you'd have to dig for them. Like if I were to name you 5 of them, you wouldn't recognize any of them because they're all indie movies. It's not like there is an American Werewolf of Wendigo movies. It's not like this is a well-known. I mean, it's become more or less mainstream in the last few years. People know of it, but there aren't it's not as popular as the zombies or vampires
or even werewolves.
It's
kind of shocking because you think you get more creative license with the Wendigo as opposed to a werewolf.
Yeah, because you know why? Because they're.
But I am glad because I can only imagine how badly it would be butchered.
Yeah. By the way, we were talking during that brief intro where they were showing the landscape. Yeah. This movie is beautiful in terms of the landscape. Like that shot over the water is incredible. And to me, that's a real accomplishment considering that to set the mood, the cold, harsh mood of it. If you notice, right now, the color is kind of washed out. And that only adds to the dreariness of the mood. But it is a gorgeously shot movie.
I mean, it's definitely like Colorado or
Yeah.
something.
Or possibly up north.
And even the translation for like what she was saying was definitely added an extra layer of ambiance to this movie.
Right. What was I saying before? I briefly spoke about the intro. Your mention about how this would lend itself better to a Wendigo should be more popular because of just the story behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it has established lore, to me, because it actually comes specifically from somewhere. You're not gonna have a Wendigo in Africa. You're not gonna have a Wendigo in Japan. This pertains to Algonquin mythology. So, and I've looked into it. I do want to do a narration of some of the lore of Wendigo. But yeah, the fact that it has a story behind it, I think, and not only a story, but something of a homeland with up north. I think that it would lend itself much better because it's something that's related, that can be, relatable, identifiable. I don't know, knowing where a monster comes from, to me, like having a homeland, to me is always interesting. Like, that's why mummies are interesting to me. So no, you're right. I totally agree that this should be a monster that's more heavily explored. Yeah, I didn't know what was going on at first with the father. That gets explained like kind of later on.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, I guess he's just a factory worker. Nope. Let's just say Papa's got a brand new bag, and then you'll see as the story unfolds.
Got many bags.
I thought, considering I had forgotten that it starts here in the caves, but I wish that they had gotten more mileage out of it just because of the creepy surroundings, the claustrophobia that is, inherent with caves. And now we're on the scene of Breaking Bad.
And the beautiful part is that there isn't a whole lot put into it. But
It
still looks incredible.
Yeah. It's well lit. It's well shot. I don't remember the name of the director, but hats off to you, bro, because you did a phenomenal job. Like I said, this movie is a beauty to look at. Even though the color's washed out, not to sound repetitive.
But it adds to its authenticity.
Yeah, big time. The authenticity, the mood. It's very dreary and not in a negative sense. Believe me, we've seen plenty of movies that are the Batman, for instance. Holy God. And you fell asleep through some of the most of the theater that we saw it in were just
3 hours of shit.
They just weren't having it, bro. But
3 hours. No way.
Yeah, that was a rough one. And not to skip ahead, but I'm not referring to the movie, but I mean the fact that I had hoped for, at long last, another werewolf movie, and then we got Antlers instead, and then soon after that, what did we get? The Cursed.
That was another epic one.
That would be great for a double feature. See, I need to.
Really would.
And
more importantly, a double feature for a drive-through.
Yeah.
It's say this on blue in the face. It just everything fits a drive-through.
Yeah. How crazy is it that both The Cursed and Antlers released in rather... Oh, jeez. Rather close proximity. Those two movies...
This part always confused me.
What?
So, that was the actual spirit embodiment? Or was that another Wendigo?
That was probably another Wendigo. I doubt that it was the embodiment.
That Wendigo?
I don't know.
See?
They don't show that. Well, actually, maybe they do. Later on.
Maybe I just forgot it.
But they
It has been a minute.
They could do that whole werewolf rule where a werewolf appears, attacks a human, the human slowly turns into the werewolf, but the original werewolf is nowhere to be seen throughout the movie.
Yeah. Deep enough bite or deep enough scratch is all it's needed, and it just vanishes.
Yeah. I was saying something before and then I forgot. Yeah, how crazy was it that Antlers and the Curse were...
I like her, man.
Antlers and the Curse were perfect for drive-in theaters, and neither of those came to drive-in. I'm like, that sucks. It would have been great to watch this. This would have been a great drive-in theater. And it came out October 29th, so it was just prior to Halloween. I'm like, we got deprived of watching a perfect drive-in movie at a drive-in theater for Halloween.
Yeah.
So storytelling.
Hey, you're too old to be in this class.
People to explain their world, their culture, passing on.
Look at this Ginger. You know he's gonna get it. Look at that Ginger up front. You know she's gonna get it.
Yeah.
Especially here in Oregon.
Now, her I like as an actress, but I'm not crazy about her particular character in
Native
this. I think she's a little too traumatized.
About their culture.
It only goes into some
Anyone give
length.
me an example?
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully this is the second time I've seen this since we've
Or a fairy
seen
tale.
this together, but
Brody. Give it a shot.
No, ma'am. I'm just too podunk.
Stories you want to share?
No, bitch.
Lucas. Give me an example of a
He throws his desk at her. Nah, kid.
Anyone? Okay.
Please.
Goldilocks. Goldilocks is a fairy tale.
He throws his chair at her.
Goldilocks.
While family affairs are away, Goldilocks enters their house and
He looks a little older.
Then bears
what a dick.
Why would you... Do you just have that in your desk to hump?
No, he stole that from him.
Oh.
Don't eat bear's food without permission.
That's right. Don't take something that's not yours. Hey, everyone be prepared to discuss and write about a fairy tale or...
Is it me or does he look like older? Like
He
a
does.
lot older. He's certainly a lot taller.
Well, either the kid is stupid, I mean, the guy's clearly a dick.
Could have
Got
got
held
left.
back. Or it could just be a small enough town.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's one of those schools where...
You know? The community could be a couple hundred people, maybe 1,000 at most.
Why would you leave your book bag outside?
Some make you.
Uh,
Some don't have lockers.
he looks like one of the bully kid from that... what was it called? A Christmas story? A Christmas tale? Something like that?
Yeah.
The guy with the...
With the fucking yellow eyes.
yellow eyes? What are you talking about?
Yeah. He had yellow eyes.
What?
And then he finally got beat up Ralphie.
Oh.
Beat him
I
up.
don't think he had yellow eyes. That's like
Yellow eyes.
that's like a lung condition. Or kidney
Yeah, it's a
condition.
liver condition.
Okay, there you go.
Cirrhosis.
I don't think he was Pennywise. Cirrhosis. He gets attacked by a killer whale. Jesus, kid.
Still, just
Take care.
breathtaking scenery.
Yeah. Something about the water is this. I don't know. I guess it's because it reflects the sky.
Maybe Washington.
Well, yeah.
Oregon.
You think? You think out west?
Northwest. Yeah, I would love to say Colorado or the Midwest, but like it really, I mean, it's tough to tell.
Yeah. Actually, your phone's free. Look it up. Uh-oh. Supper, Paul. I can't imagine trying to cook or skin a skunk and like being afraid of its mist just bursting at any moment.
Oh, you hit it in the head, you're good.
It'll give off its spunk prematurely.
No.
I was once jogging around where I live and I saw a skunk like crawl out from under a car. I stopped dead in my tracks. I was like, oh, Oh, bother.
Is that everything?
I saw that thing and I was just like,
Exterior scenes were filmed in November 2018 in the town of Hope, British Columbia.
hope.
But,
What the hell is
it
that?
says an Oregon town.
Oh, so it was out northwest.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Oregon.
Perfect.
I've heard that was like, that is like Northwest Washington State.
Yeah.
Just the most boringest place to be in the U.S. There's just like nothing out there.
Not really, yeah. There's...
No like landmarks or tourist traps or anything like that.
No.
Which is so weird because you think they would just like, you think that a state would just recognize that and I don't know, go to some kind of lengths to have some kind of
Well, that's the appeal of living there.
it's an entire state with just
We're
nothing.
left alone.
Two states were just this ain't, hey, at like that sign when you're entering the state,
Yeah.
ain't nothing going on.
Yeah, like the Simpsons.
Yeah.
You're not approaching. Nothing.
Yeah.
Trauma.
Trauma Dom has no heart.
Uh-oh.
He said that this girl.
She's a little girl again. She's on the stairs. She's playing the piano. Oh, Charlie's brother.
He said that she's too
Yeah,
traumatized.
where have I seen him?
He's on some show, I've heard. Yep.
Let's see.
Whip the phone out.
Yeah.
Wow, it is howling outside. Perfect. Hey, if we can't get rain for a watch party, howling wind is the next best bet.
You know, it's just not what I hoped.
Jesse Plemons.
He's on some kind of show that has like some popularity. So I've heard. You said that you like Keanu Reeves, right?
I do.
It's weird that he's just like, I mean, hey, you know what? Good for him.
He's married to Kirsten Dunst.
He is? Oh, yes, I heard.
Really?
Yeah. Tough break.
How the hell does that get pulled off?
Because her career dried up. She has no prospects. Why do you ask? What do you think? She's Kirsten Dunst is some kind of dime piece?
Yes.
What?
Really?
Kirsten Dunst from Spider-Man.
Yes.
Dude,
I've been watching her forever.
she's at no way is she attractive, bro.
Come on. That's pushing it.
She's not.
That's being mean.
She's not attractive.
Take it back.
No.
Take it
Are you
back.
kidding me? How many times have we had this conversation about how...
Guys, if he doesn't take this back, I'm going to put his address up, and instead of you guys getting him a cheeseburger phone, you're going to get him like a Nicolas Cage pillowcase.
All right, that's just cruel and unusual punishment.
How? He's like the goat.
Speaking of... No!
Uh-oh.
Don't do it to the
Why are you
monkey.
cutting your head off? That's not nice.
No. He's got a cross up. He's got a crucifix up. I don't think that'll do much help.
Get back at that little...
Damn.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't even think that's his room, is it?
No, he's in the hallway.
Oh. And the funny thing is, like, the kid, like, it's a story with any Wendigo story. It's like the tale of famine. So it's it's interesting that this kid basically has to, because they represent like just insatiable hunger.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that
And the depravity of the human spirit.
he needs to like
Friends.
provide sustenance for whoever he's caretaking, and yet he himself also looks like sickly and like starved. So that's an interesting attention to detail. This guy, Police Chief Wiggum over here.
Yeah.
He does look a little.
Officer Bob Brady.
He does look a little portly, and not just because he has like a crustache beneath his little piggy nose.
Easy.
Another family with kids. Give them 10, 15 minutes to grab what they can carry, throw it in their car if they have a car, and then...
What is he talking about?
Evictions.
Oh.
Weren't exactly too many people banging down the doors for the position. After Warren Stokes retired.
I barely recognize this place anymore.
Let me make it more familiar for you while I load my gun.
Yeah.
Blue Slice of Paradise.
Okay. So obviously, brother, they are brother and sister, and they are estranged, which the movie will explain why.
Lucas, you want to read us your story?
You can't read, Miss Meadows.
Yes, you can.
I know you've been working on a story. Will you read us a little bit?
This is where things get a little. I like that when he speaks, like from his perspective, as far as what's going on, it just sounds so creepy, and it is something of a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Once, there were 3 bears that lived in a dark and wet cave up above a small town. Big bear, little bear, and baby bear. Big bear used to take care of the little bears, but Big Bear got sick, lost his job, and his insides turned black.
Creepy.
One day, Little Bear came home, and Big Bear and Baby Bear were different. Big Bear's sickness had gotten worse. Big Bear has become more angrier and meaner because they had no food.
The acting from the kid's really good.
Yeah.
Like throughout, not just this scene.
It's very good, Lucas.
Thank you. F-.
But they had each other.
There's a lot of gingers in this classroom.
Yeah.
Look at his shirt with the holes in it. Yeah, kid looks emaciated. Uh-oh. he finds a bag of flaming crap in there.
Is that dog shit?
Oh, I was close.
Uh-oh.
Motherfucker, you think this is funny?
Jesus.
Does that hurt?
Woo! You are skinny.
Yeah, for real. Oh my god. Jesus, I hope that was done by like digital effects.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, I think it was.
It's either that or
Like-
this kid is much older. And he underwent some severe diet.
Could you imagine some little kid goes on a Christian Bale diet from, what was it called? The Machinist?
I guess.
Or the Mechanic, whatever it was? Dude, he got like, I couldn't believe that was him.
Yeah.
Look up the picture. It's either called the Machinist or the Mechanic. He got like, what was her name? Oh geez, Ally McBeal type skinny. Hello.
Yeah, machinist.
Would like to speak to you about your car's extended warranty. I don't need no car. I'm a goddamn Wendigo. This will be like the only color you see from this movie going forward, except the color red. Make of that what you will. she finds the same monkey head full of crap on her on her seat.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I kind of like those hunter jackets. The one that it looks like camo made out of leaves.
Mm.
Jeez, it's starting to look like that kind of like wet, cold, leafy feeling around here.
Yeah.
And all that howling wind outside ain't helping.
Hey, we're just about to go in there. You wanna join me?
You've been following me.
That's not why I invited you in. I invited you in to have ice cream because I wanted to know if ice cream is your favorite vegetable. Because it's mine.
You lie
Ice cream isn't a vegetable.
in your face.
It's a dessert.
To most people, yeah. But to me, totally a vegetable. So if ice cream is a vegetable, what's
It is the hardest part of my diet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You-
Ice cream, I'm
make-
not big on sweets. Ice cream is like
mine too.
You make sure
point
to
for me.
load up on your greens.
Huh?
I also like cheese.
It's amazing that I set up
It's a
from
weak
a
one.
mic for you and you still can't speak into the mic.
Yeah, well,
It's
you know
adjustable now. You dope.
What about your brother? Is he
There you
ice
go,
cream?
Trauma Dom.
what? And you couldn't have done that to me to start.
It's adjustable for you. And the volume is all the way up. Lower the volume to mid circle.
So where is he?
Turn it to the left. Instructions are on the bottom. Oh, my little Trauma Dom. Stop doing that. You're gonna break it.
I'm sorry to hear that. But that's something we have in common. My mom died too.
Oh, that's something healthy to be talking about, especially over vegetables.
When I was 12.
I'm 12.
I know. So tell me about your brother. What's his name?
You know what that means, right? I'm gonna eat your parents.
Oh, it's Aiden.
So,
Oh, so is he in our school?
Not anymore. Oh, called it.
he's always with my dad.
Does your dad teach him at home?
Yeah, why ain't nobody looking up where his brother's at?
I mean, it's a good question, but I mean, with a lot of these like really deep impoverished towns,
Uh-huh. Where? He looks he gives us a side eye. Thanks for the ice cream, bitch. Oh man, this is
I mean, you're just looking at like the reminiscences of just poverty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, industry is just picked up and left.
Yeah. Huh. Smart kid. Follow the buzzards. You wouldn't know what that's a reference for. What the hell? Is that a fox? Where's she rolling up on? This guy's house? Oh, yeah. Oh, she did call. Well, she called earlier because of her student, not the younger brother. What kind of car is that?
Camaro.
Camaro. I was thinking
Oh, hers
Thunderbird.
is a Subaru, but yeah, that's a Camaro.
I was thinking Thunderbird for some reason.
Nope, Camaro.
Jeez.
Oh, that's Okay, I was gonna say I was hoping that kid was not gonna throw it in his backpack.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
raccoon.
It was a raccoon. Hello, Norman Bates. Completely unassuming house. Jumps out the window. Oh, crap. I haven't been given time. Wait. We are at the 28-minute mark in 3, 2, 1. He's beaten off. Easy, sir. You go blind that way.
It is interesting how that kid knew to put that talisman on the door.
I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a talisman or not. I did notice that before, like the little hacky sack or whatever.
Yeah.
Because where would he
Bag.
have gotten that? And how would he have known? Whoa.
That's actually really good.
Nah. Maybe that should have been the poster for the movie.
Jesus!
He just rolls up on it with his gun drawn.
What the fuck is this? Is that the kind of thing you taught in California?
Yes. I drew it on a chalkboard.
I don't think that's gonna fly here.
She is really startled from that.
Yeah.
Paul. You have every right to resent me.
I wonder what happened to him as a child.
They really don't say
I
anything.
couldn't have understood then, but I couldn't stay in this house anymore. Just know that I have spent my life trying to deal with leaving you.
Because I know that she went through some heavy crap,
It was all
but I don't think that they go into any kind of detail over what happened to him.
easy.
Yeah, I've spent my entire life praying you'd come back.
I can see how happy you are that she's back. Oh my god, how did I not mention this? In addition to this being the first movie that we're watching directly from the illustrious Inkarnate library, this is our 13th watch party.
Ooh.
Yeah, mofo.
The first movie seen, but the 13th movie on.
Yes, sir. Papa, I've got some veggies for you. Yeah, he's got to wear the mine shaft headlamp.
It does make his eyes look creepier.
Yeah, right? It's such a simple story, which is why it works.
Yeah. But it's a believable one.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that level of poverty, man, I mean, you're not getting a whole lot from, you know, social workers or anything like that. They're going to keep their eyes on people that are this impoverished.
Right. And like the stakes, it's not like the world is coming to an end or something like that. And the stakes are high enough with just this kid and the town. Well, not even the town, just select people being confronted by this monster.
Yeah.
I got this for you.
That's really sad.
It is.
I'll come back up easy.
Like, I had no idea that a little kid was involved in the infection.
Yeah, I really don't know how that happened.
Because one of the sons left the truck and went looking for, went into the tunnels. Yeah, I don't know what that little hacky sack thing is.
It's a medicine bag. I know it's a medicine bag. I just don't know
If
how he would think to use that medicine bag.
Well, we don't know if, like, there's something in there that keeps the monster at bay, like, a crucifix would for a vampire, or, what do you call it? Wolf's bane or silver wood for a werewolf.
And more so, why just on the door? Why not the window, too? I mean...
Well, he'd have to find a way to get outside of the window in order to place it there. Oh boy. Here's the trauma. Jeez. Well, I think it's plain to see why it is that she skipped town. Emotional damage. Man, that's twice, bro. You just love sneaking up on your sister. What's funny is that I don't know if you knew this, but you've seen Stephen King's Pet Sematary.
Yes.
So in the book, I never read the book. Supposedly, in addition to the cemetery itself, there is a Wendigo, but the spirit kind, that's like influencing things behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And they do have that scene, if you remember, where the mother in Pet Sematary, she took care of like this sister with like a twisted back, and it, that was like the source of her trauma. That scene really stuck out like a sore thumb. Like, there's no point to it. It's just, okay, I took care of my sister and her back was messed up, but that has nothing to do with the story whatsoever.
Yeah.
And they put that in the remake, and I'm like, what the hell is this does nothing for the story whatsoever. So it's I bring those two scenarios up because I'm like, it's almost like this movie is the correct way to do Pet Sematary, even though it doesn't deal with the undead.
Yeah. Well, in Native American folklore, the Wendigos and the Skinwalkers in some of the stories do have, shaman-like abilities. Because I know one of the ways they create a shaman is to have them go out into the woods by themselves and completely commune with nature. And I know through a couple of those stories, they went mad. They went crazy. And throughout, they probably got really hungry and did that, but it is interesting, though, because that's not the first I've heard that they have, like, those abilities. But in this movie, they're completely devoid of them.
Yeah, because they're...
like this primitive...
Yeah, they're skipping right to the actual transformation, the famine, and, the monster, like the flesh and blood creature. Yeah. I would like to see... I've written fan fiction about the Wendigo because I thought it was such a fascinating creature.
Yeah.
And, like, there are stages of Wendigo, like different size Wendigos.
Okay.
And I want to do... I'll tell you on the car ride home, but... excuse me. I want to do a Mind's Eye radio of... one of the original Wendigo cases of a Native American called Swift Runner, who supposedly had cannibalized his family.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Similar to clinical lycanthropy, where someone can, display the habits of a quote-unquote werewolf. He sets up a Wile E. Coyote trap. The
Snare.
the clinical term for Wendigoism is called Wendigo psychosis. So there's an actual clinical term for that type of cannibalism. So I would like to do narration on that.
Oh, I love this guy.
Yeah.
He's in a bunch of stuff. I know he's in Free Willy. He was in.
Yes.
He was in the Longmire series.
He was in a sci-fi show that I really like called Defiance.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah. She's stealing a Bible. Skinwalkers are actually witches that can
Yes.
transform into, creatures, animals. Oh God, he's starting his own teepees. Yeah. They're everywhere. Wow. Yep. Yeah, but I would like to see or even write.
She's in a bunch of things too.
She is?
Lower ends. Like she's
Okay.
like a C-list actor.
Okay.
She's like a B-list actor. But she was in the Planet of the Apes.
As one of the apes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That is a classic though, man. Monkeys riding horses.
Can't ask for anything better.
No.
Sadly, Lucas is not the only one not getting the attention he needs, but he's here in a safe space.
What is that supposed to mean?
Safe space.
Younger brother, why isn't he enrolled? We've had plenty of students that are homeschooled, and they're kept out so they can move product for their parents, or so we don't smell methamphetamine on their clothes and turn their parents in.
Isn't that more of a reason to investigate that?
But regardless, that is a cry for help.
I've written fan fiction where, I would like to see, because what's interesting is when you include that spirit element of it, it doesn't have to be something clawing or scratching at you like a vampire or something sucking your blood or devouring you like a zombie. I would like to do it I would like to see a story written from the perspective of this spirit is in the wild and you just happen to be at a snow cabin and an unseasonably, frost blizzard hits just out of nowhere and supplies are running low.
Yeah.
And people start going crazy with
Some Donner Party shit.
yeah, why not?
With a sorcerer-like element to it.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'll tell you, look.
Uh-oh.
Make sure.
What appears to be the problem?
He ate his wife, Kirsten Dunst.
Constable Wiggum. He looks like he's had a few too many vegetables.
Heard of him, man?
It really is crazy. Eat shit. It really is crazy. You see some of these actors go through these massive weight gains.
Yeah, he said he
Like when you look at Robin Williams during 24-Hour Photo. Or Phone Booth.
Or William Shatner throughout his career.
Yeah.
I guess the other half was found in the mine near a meth lab.
Or John Goodman on Family Guy.
What?
You can have what's left. You can
Oh,
have what
God.
I'm finished.
There are never any leftovers.
Anywhere to be found.
That crustache is very... I mean, it's a full beard, but I don't know. It just looks weird on him, just a mustache.
Yeah.
See you later.
I've always found it weird when you have, a guy that has black hair, but the only facial hair he could grow is, brown or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think you have a few chromosomes out of alignment there, Chief.
That view is incredible.
Yeah.
I'll still never get over that. This is just... I can only imagine how little they actually had to do to create the perfect scenery.
That's true.
Hi.
Oh, man. This
His
is...
brother looks better than he does.
Yeah, right?
Is God really dead?
Wow.
Daddy said God is dead.
That's... Oh, my God.
Like I said, the little brother looks better than...
Yeah, he does,
For real.
oddly enough.
May
he doesn't look as gaunt. He looks sickly, but not like, how can I put it? Not malnourished. He just looks dirty, you know?
Yeah.
They're dime bags. You're not supposed to eat them.
Yeah.
And you owe me. It's real out here in these streets. Oh, man.
He's crying black.
Yeah, right. It's like an ichor that's coming out. Oh.
Not over the top acting. I like it.
Yeah.
The effects aren't too outrageous.
This was also kind of cool. I mean, we'll get to that later. What's going on with Daddy Dearest over there?
Determining cause was
Oh, I forgot about the. Damn.
got to be.
See, this is what I always think is missing from zombie movies. You never see like somebody consumed. You know what I mean? Like, dude, if you like if you
That
and
was
me,
a nice torso shot.
yeah. Like you never you see like maybe someone skinny or someone with like crap hanging off of their face, and that's like supposed to infer that they were eaten, but you never see someone actually like a walking corpse that looks like it was just devoured.
Yeah.
And I get that that's hard to pull off because you can't have someone with like, you know, someone walking around with a clearly exposed stomach like this guy's has on the table there. Oh, where are we at?
Probably an hour.
No.
Almost.
We're at 44 minutes right now. So we got an hour to go. Uh-oh. The principal or whoever.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder if she'll fare as easily as Felicity did over there.
I don't think so.
Avon calling.
Alright, Gingerbread meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Let's see what you do.
Uh-oh, we've got company. Youngin'. If I remember correctly, she gets all messed up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's pretty... Like, she doesn't just get eaten. She just... She gets toe up.
Some water on my face real quick.
I thought you said on your feet. I'm like, we don't do that in this house. Huh. That's an interesting effect. Like, it's not a thick fog, but it's still towards in the background. Concealing not necessarily concealing the house, although that would have been interesting if you had like a fog just over this particular house. What are they watching? Are they watching Frankenstein? Jeez. This kid just looks more sickly and, you know, malnourished.
Oh, she's kid?
What?
Did she find the little boy?
Not yet. She's about to get found. The principal.
She don't get fucked up. Oh, she didn't even get in yet.
No. You're back just in time.
Good. Didn't want to miss it.
Daddy's about to have his veggies.
Mr. Weaver, it's Ellen Booth from school.
Can I walk right in?
Invade your private. Yeah, I was about to say she should be smelling like something odious in there. Huh. That's creepy.
Like, this is a lot of like.
What?
I guess is foreshadowing a bad word?
No. Why would that be a bad word?
I just don't know how he would know. And he's a really good whittler. That's really hard to like pull off. Like I couldn't do that.
Keep at it, Trauma Dom. Practice makes perfect. Just don't
cut your thumb off.
Just don't summon anything. At least not to my apartment. Keep it at yours.
Yeah. Don't do it, lady.
She can't help
Don't
it.
do it,
She's
lady.
already in too deep in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house.
Don't do it, lady. Oh yeah.
Oh man, I forgot. The whimpering of the child is what.
Mr. Weaver!
Oh boy.
Woman's intuition. Don't do it.
She
Don't
can't
do
help.
it.
She can't help herself. It's a horror movie after all.
She gonna do it. Ugh. Lady. Don't do it.
Nope, there's no turning back now.
Yeah, I never see that kid get rid of any garbage.
He probably doesn't have to because they don't leave any. They pick the bones dry of whatever it is that he brings them.
Yeah, but I mean, it's gotta go somewhere.
What does?
What comes in has to go out.
Well, I doubt that he's changing diapers.
Yeah, but I mean, bring a shovel.
Oh, she brings that medicine bag with her, but I wonder
It's
if...
an incredible amount of restraint when you think about it. Like, I didn't think it was that big that they had to climb up the stairs.
You must be starving.
What was that big?
What is he done?
That room.
Oh. Oh, crap.
You'll see.
Oh, boy. Ouch. Oh, it only gets worse. Oh my god. Oh, it only gets worse.
It's funny though, like
Oh.
during animal attacks where the animals do go rogue, they will often eat the face. The face, the breast, all the tender meat.
This was an interesting addition.
Yes.
And this was like the most werewolf that this got.
I do like that they didn't abuse the CGI.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because that really could have messed up the
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Let's just say he didn't cough up any food. To me, like, good like sound effects, like crunching and that, like, you know, very fleshy type of sound, that could help a visual effect.
Big time.
Yeah. Because when it's, like, not... I don't know, like, the sound isn't there, that a normal...
The corresponding sounds to the actual action.
The practical effects, that's what the word I was looking
There you
for.
go, okay.
Like, for instance, when you have The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, and, like, tentacles are, like, whipping out of the guy's chest.
Yeah.
Like, because those practical, you know, appliances make their own sound, you don't have to add that in. But with a visual effect, you're building everything from the ground up. So a lot of times people will like half-ass it with the audio, and that kind of like doesn't translate well with the visual. Whereas vice versa, if you have like a so-so effect, but you have good audio behind it, it can actually like trick the eyes. Yeah. Like if we were to ever watch, did you ever see 2010's The Wolfman?
Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah.
Yes.
With Benicio del Toro. It's not a great movie, but
it's watchable.
When they do the special effects transformation, I felt that what really helped that was the sound, because they do have great sound in that movie.
Yeah.
That if the visual effects were slightly better, it would have like made that movie, at least the transformations, a lot better. Uh-oh.
Your house full of drugged out freaks? Teacher can't step in to save your ass out here, faggot.
Sorry.
I don't take apologies from pussies.
Well,
Hey,
he don't need the teacher to save him. This was really good. They jumped right in. They didn't like stretch out this scene.
There you go, you little shit.
he freaking books it. Wow. The head is like all horns. Jesus. Imagine how blood curdling it must be to not only see what is like in the trees, but know what it is, like know that that's your dad. Then you run and you're safe, but then you hear those blood curdling screams from the bully that was alive 2 minutes ago.
But you see what I mean? Like throughout all the scenes, like all the beginning scenes, it just made it seem like he was just walking into the room. He actually had to climb up those stairs.
Oh, that's what you meant.
So it shows the father had an amazing amount of restraint. Despite that whirlwind going on in his head.
I think...
Because, I mean, I would have expected him to, like, jump in a second. He opened that door and he smelled the meat. Yeah. You know?
I imagine that he was able to transform so quickly and so abruptly because he had a fresh kill as opposed to, carrion.
Yeah. Well, you see, the fuel for the Wendigo is human flesh.
Yeah. That's another.
Just been what it was.
That's another point. Like the fact that he was going from eating animals to eating humans. Which, now that you mention that, that's an interesting difference when you go from carnivore to cannibal.
Yeah.
Like when you're just eating, regular animal flesh to another human. Are you knocking out?
No. I'm just like taking it in.
Giggity. Uh-oh. Now that the armed...
He's a very resourceful kid.
Yeah.
Really resourceful.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. He cleaned up the mess.
All of it. He hit the car.
Yeah.
The place smells like death.
You can't clean up the body, though.
Yeah, there's something wrong with it. Frank!
I know you got my Coke. I paid you in advance, sucker. Man, he just looks like he's just been through it.
Yeah.
The hair, the eyes, dishevelment.
They really did work wonders on this kid.
Yeah.
Like, he is that perfect level of, like, disparaged.
Yeah.
Have you spoken with Clint's parents this morning?
Yes, they wanted to know if he had been in school yesterday. He
Well,
No, they only noticed because none of the other children were hanging from the rafters.
yeah. Plus, thank you for only doing your job as a teacher when the
Yeah.
police got involved and had to come to you.
Right now, we have to work under the assumption that this is just some kind of coincidence. We'll find it.
Yeah, do that.
We'll find it.
Really?
She's like,
Bitch, please! First we gonna rock, then we gonna roll, then we let it pop, don't let it go! X gon' give it to ya.
It's being processed right now. It takes time. It doesn't just happen overnight. What would you like?
Not tell me that it isn't.
I am 5 seconds away from pistol whooping you, woman. Tell me how to do my
They
job.
really should. Like, undermining him like that.
Oh, she's not really undermining him.
Standard police procedure to take an effort to calm the situation.
Yeah.
Last thing you want is to cause an uproar just so this kid to be hiding. Obviously, we know that's not the case, but
Yeah.
no one else does, otherwise it's just a repeat movie.
She comes back again?
Of course.
Oh, uh-oh. Ha ha ha. Because it was dark, the police didn't notice that there was a, Oh, God. Nice. Jesus. Yo. Talk about body cavity.
Yeah.
I guess he had a little snack before he made his way out.
Yeah. Well, the organ meats and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the bottom of the chest cavity is the easiest to access.
This was really cool.
Yes, I do like how he left like a husk.
Yeah. But he, as you'll see later, he did bring a keepsake with him. He did a keepsake remained with him from his let's call it cocooning.
Yeah.
Man,
Hard.
this movie has no problems exposing rib cages and spinal columns.
And I love it. It really is what makes it real.
The translucent
Really
skin is what's, yeah.
I don't know. No.
What do you really think you're gonna do, Skinny?
Yeah. All right, we just passed the 1 hour mark. So we got 39 minutes of movie left. Hope you guys have been enjoying thus far. I'm telling you, this is... I wish we got more movies like this. And because, honestly, the last 2 years have been so bad, movies like this and The Cursed really stand out.
Product malnourishment, I recommend keeping him overnight, possibly longer, but I don't have to tell you that he is a deeply damaged boy. Maybe the circumstances are his genetic disposition, but there are definite signs of a psychiatric crisis here.
Wow.
Anti-anxiety, antipsychotics would be our friend, given what he's just experienced.
When do you think I'll be able to interview him?
Looks like a younger Marshall Mathers.
Tonight, sir.
Yeah.
What do you plan on doing?
Well, we're discussing that. But it's complicated.
Oh, I'm sure. The little fella's got a long road ahead of
Hmm.
him. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, but it's clear that he has been subjected to abuse for some time.
That was probably prior to his father getting turned.
Yeah. Or it could have been throughout. Accidents.
He has no.
I mean, remember, he had to basically figure this all out on his own.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, but would that...
I mean, it is movie magic that he's able to figure this stuff out.
Well,
And for a lot of it, it is. But
would that translate as abuse? Or, I mean, if it's coming from animals? Or, like, tripping over...
yeah, it would
rocks.
be considered abuse.
Or would that translate as abuse, I should say?
Yeah.
What'd you just say? What did you just say to me?
Oh, I called you a bitch. I was probably under my breath.
I passed on him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did he snap your arm in two? Did he force you to hide under the floor of that kitchen, praying he would never come
You
home?
had no idea.
So you have to
what
meet his every fucking need because I don't remember that.
You had no idea what he did to me.
They do keep it a mystery.
A little foreshadowing of him raping her. It could have been.
Well, it's not foreshadowing for it already happened.
But just.
No, the mystery part is what I'm referring to is what happened to
He could have
him.
raped him. You know?
Could have.
Ooh. Tiny.
Huh. That's bad when that's bad when like you're even the respite of sleep, you go your mind journeys to nightmares.
Daddy's very, very sick. You lock that fucking door. I don't want I do you to open that door.
Those railroad spikes are thick, man.
At least he had the frame of
You're not
mind.
getting out of that.
At least he had the frame of mind to barricade himself in.
Yeah.
Jeez. Wow. That
Epic backstory.
all that is haunting.
Yeah.
And he's how old?
But it
10?
really does show like a father's love. You know.
Yeah, I like that. Even though he was a burnout, you know, as a junkie or whatever,
Yeah.
crystal meth, like he at least tried to protect his sons.
Wouldn't mind telling me what you make of these.
And notice how he even took the other one in.
Yeah.
Once the youngest one started showing symptoms,
Right.
you know. And as we said, the youngest one didn't really have any clear signs of physical abuse. Like, when, you know, Slim Jim over there took his shirt off, you saw, like, scars.
Just a student.
Yeah.
Is a student native?
No.
How can that be?
I don't know. He isn't.
Yeah, there's a couple different like Wendigo type stories, but like I said,
This is what was in the mind. This is what was in the mind. It's the Wendigo. Translates to a diabolical wickedness that devours mankind. According to legend, during a brutally cold winter, a lost hunter's severe hunger drove him to cannibalism. And after feasting on human flesh, he became crazed.
after.
Transformed into an amorphous spirit that could take many forms. And roam the forest for fresh victims. His insatiable appetite was never satisfied.
Excuse me, this is a myth you're talking about.
Well, for you, yeah. But a cautionary tale to the indigenous people who believe in it. They're elusive and known to be eternally starving, but feasting only makes them hungrier and weaker. Those who are unfortunate enough to encounter one can only kill it when it's in its weakened state.
I like the idea of,
Extinguish
you know, vampires and werewolves are also always cool, but I like the idea of something like the head vampire, so to speak,
Yeah.
being like a spirit that can like get in your head, and it turns your mind before it turns your body, you know?
Yeah.
But now they're angry.
but it's weakened state. Like, this seems like it's strongest.
Wow,
state.
look at that. That looks beautiful. I was saying before, when the principals showed up, it would have been creepy had there been like this fog just over the house to like almost conceal it.
Yeah.
Go for Paul. What? What happened?
Oh, the little boy, the bully.
Yeah.
What would be really creepy if there was a Wendigo outbreak, where it's just like everything is turning into this thing.
Let me see it.
Not to spoil it, but that's what I liked about The Cursed. Like when there were certain people getting infected, but you didn't know who, and it could have been anybody. That I thought added a layer to that movie.
Let's get back to the station. We'll figure it out. I'll call the mayor. We'll get out in front of it.
Really?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Well,
But, you know.
with missing people and 2 dead bodies in just as many days, I doubt that you're getting ahead of anything.
Yeah.
Some mythological
Alright, let me just
nature beast.
wake up a bit.
Things like that don't exist.
I'm up, but.
Regardless of what Stokes said, there's a logical,
Stokes.
reasonable explanation for this.
Yeah. I guess, according to movie logic, him saying that is the equivalent of saying, I'll be right back, or I'm going to go investigate.
Reasonable, right?
Yeah.
Well, define
What
reasonable.
about Lucas's brother?
No, what I mean is that it's a trope within horror that when you are the person that's in denial and saying, there must be a reasonable explanation, your number's up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Come with me, Egiokio. Am I going to be a real little boy? Oh, Jesus. Police Chief Wiggum's midriff is about to burst his belt. After a case like this, all 4 of his stomachs must be in a knot.
I'm outside your house.
I'll be right out. What are you wearing? What am I wearing? Those yellow kitchen gloves that you wash dishes with, and nothing else except a wristwatch. You up?
Yeah.
Can I get you anything else?
I could use some vegetables.
Shit, get him anything. Wanna give me some vegetables tomorrow?
Do you remember when we were?
One would figure with a killer on the loose, like house lights would be replaced with fog lights pointing outwards.
Yeah.
Was that my dad died too.
Yeah, you fit the scenery for it. Uh-oh.
Where did he die?
Well, he kind of did it to himself
When did he die?
not too long ago.
Were you here when he died?
No.
See-
Nah, she ran away.
Or you left your father?
It's
Really
actors.
not.
It's actors like him that I want to like see more of, but unfortunately,
Well, I moved back.
Hollywood. I mean, I guess it's a symptom of a bigger problem that Hollywood and
We
to a smaller degree, horror doesn't take care of its own, which always bothers me.
It does to some extent.
Nah, I don't think so, because, like...
What is her name?
Kerry Russell?
She's in everything.
What?
She's in, like, every single werewolf movie and franchise.
What?
Hold on.
Lucas, did they tell you at the hospital?
Rona Mitra.
I know her.
She's in a bunch of stuff.
She was in Underworld Evolution. And Skinwalkers, I think.
Yeah, Skinwalkers.
She's hot. She was in Hollow Man. That's when I first saw her.
Yeah.
My brother
She's in Nip Top too.
Yes.
You found it in your house.
No. That was my old dad. When he was sick and mean. My new dad's related, but Aiden doesn't understand. And he needs me. I just have to feed him, and he'll love me.
Yeah, for real. She's like, what the hell? I don't know, bro. Whatever you're investigating sounded very far away. As evidenced by... He looks familiar.
See, I told you.
What is he? Oh. Oh no.
He'll come for me.
Oh my
I
god.
do the mind to be with Aiden.
Oh well. That blood-curdling scream
Yeah, the one
got a lot closer.
She was in a couple of...
Sophia Miles?
Yeah.
She's from Dexter, right?
No.
What if...
She's from Underworld. But she's in...
Oh.
She's in a really good creature movie that you gotta see.
I'll be the judge of that.
No, it's actually pretty good.
I think it's in the shed.
Oh. I thought this guy was already home. Uh-oh.
Outlander. That's worth it.
That was a good movie.
I liked it.
It was a little long, but it was a good movie.
I liked it. It was good B-rated.
What's your favorite scary movie? I'm gonna gut you like a fish.
Werewolves are better.
Where are you taking me?
Gee, do you have a gun in the house, maybe?
I want to see my brother.
Shut the hell up. I'll put you in the fridge if I have to. Oh boy. These are probably the only two cops in town.
And that's their house. That's the
brother's
sheriff's
house.
house, right?
Yeah.
So then how would he know to bring the little boy there?
What do you mean?
Why
He
would-
probably smelled the scent of his son.
Yeah, but then why bring the other son? Or did he just
I don't know,
follow?
to serve as bait. Uh-oh.
There's a little kid in here.
Oh God! Jesus. Oof.
That's a lot of holes.
Dan, come in.
I think... No, I don't think he was wearing Kevlar. But damn, dude. What a
What
way
if
to...
it can pierce through Kevlar?
Huh?
There are things that can pierce through Kevlar.
Antlers?
I don't know about antlers.
Homeboy got messed up. I was about to say, might be a good time to call him backup, but I don't think that's a possibility considering backup is hemorrhaging in the in a cabin that's now referred to as the bloodshed.
It's the guy, it's the meat bag, and the dispatcher.
Oh, he puts on Kevlar, gotcha. Unless that's just a vest. It'd be funny if that was just a nylon vest. Yeah, right? He needs a girdle, Jesus. Needs a girdle for his neck. That's creepy, the police lights. Oh god, the kid's still there. Did you pick up my hash browns and coffee? Yeah, he's gone.
It's okay.
Damn.
Woo!
How funny that 2 cops got taken out the same way in the same spot. And how much of a jerk is the sister that she didn't at least I'm assuming she was at the window the whole time.
Yeah. Everyone's got a sister like that.
Oh boy. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. Oh boy. That's bad. Oh my god! Woo! Jesus. He's like, yo, I can't catch a break. Man, something like that goes down. You are operating on pure instinct. Oh, God. Son of a bitch. Yeah, you're right. Like the good... Oh, my God. Fuck, what a... All right. This guy's just a dick now.
Something like that one.
I don't even remember. This guy just can't stop goring that cabin. Oh, now she comes out. What was I saying? Oh yeah, he should have drawn his gun. Unless he lost it, but, you know. You're a cop, have like 3 guns on you. Give me a Band-Aid. Dude, start loading up. Get the down cops. Get the cop that's hemorrhaging. Get his gun. He won't be needing it. Oh yeah, I was saying something like that happens with him being impaled and having to grab the nearest thing close to him to attack what is assaulting him. He's running on pure instinct at that point.
Yeah.
I'm wondering where did he get impaled? Was it through his back, his shoulder, or his arm? Probably all 3. Probably all 3, considering that that thing is like riddled with just antlers from head to back. Okay, where are we? We just passed 1 hour 22 minutes. We got about 17 minutes left of movie. I actually wrote a story of a Wendigo versus a Yeti.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what I found was what I found that was interesting was like a Yeti is supposed to be like a human ancestor, like we came from it.
Yeah.
But a Wendigo comes from us. So I just thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then a little girl, like, at the end is, like, where they have their big brawl, like Freddy versus Jason type brawl. And then a little girl sees it at whatever cabin this is happening at. And she goes, Mommy, why is Rudolph fighting Frosty? Ah, the scene of the crime. This is my only minor gripe about this movie. I wish that they had spent more time here. Like, I wish that the entire third act happened here. Just because, you know, it brings the story full circle because this is where, you know, the initial attack went down. See, she's smart. She actually has a gun on her.
And a flashlight.
And a flashlight. It would have been good if she had Kevlar, but let's not push it. Wow. What?
You saw it didn't do a whole lot of good.
Yeah, but still, would you rather not have one?
Fair enough.
It returns to the scene of the crime, and like I said, the caves are it's creepy. It's, even though it's a mine shaft, it can look like a cave. Oh. What the hell? This part I forgot. They just had these all over the place. Yeah, it can look like a cave. It looks like something. It looks like somewhere that something would dwell within, some kind of monster. Yeah. It itself looks like a monster because of how dark and wet it is, and obviously you don't have to have stalagmite and stalactite, which look like teeth, but the claustrophobia within it, the fact that you can get lost and lose your way if you're running from this creature or hiding from it. I just thought, they could have spent at least 10 more minutes in here, but that's a minor gripe of an otherwise excellent movie.
I wouldn't even call it a gripe then. I would just call it a critique.
Yeah, just not necessarily something to add, more of an extension of what is already there.
Lucas.
He's pointing where his dad is. This was kind of cool.
Yeah,
like, he's just
really cool.
He's so feral that he actually
Those
killed
black bears,
a black bear. Oh, this part. We've got one surprise left. This was really good. That's a great shot. And then...
Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
I had a woman hear me roar.
Oh, jeez.
How do you miss the big red glowing mark? Like,
right? Great creature design. almost wish we had seen more of it. Wow. Right in the kisser. Or below it.
I mean, I guess I do kind of have it right myself.
What?
It just seems too easy.
Yeah. Like I said, like they could have added just like 10 more minutes of what do you call it? Cat and mouse.
Yeah. Or like an accidental way that like she dispatches him.
Yeah. But great creature. Like I almost wish we saw more of the creature. That way it could just be more visible and memorable. Like to make I don't know, not necessarily a Halloween costume out of, but something that people could make merchandise out of, like a Pathfinder. I didn't think that was that good.
Really?
Yeah. With what's his name as the lead. Jesus, she goes ham on this thing. What's the lead actor's name?
Carl Urban.
Carl Urban, yeah. How did she know to do this?
This is still beating hard.
How many survivors does it take to change a light bulb? That's interesting. The fact that the creature, which is normally associated with like bitter cold, has a fiery heart.
Yeah.
Probably has like a, well, obviously the heart isn't used for digestion, but it'd be, God, because this movie just won't relent. Another surprise. This movie has a lot of good twists to it.
Yeah.
And the brother says that he's just sick. Wow. And speaking of Stephen King movies, this has a
It definitely has appeal to it.
it has a an ending similar to The Mist. God, talk about blood curdling. She got balls though, because
Oh yeah.
damn, that's rough.
He's gonna be okay. He's just sick.
Damn, that hits you right in the feels.
Lucas, listen to me. He is never gonna get better.
Yes, he is.
Lucas, he's not. It's too late for him.
He's
For
sick.
real.
It'll be better, I promise.
Yeah, it's truly gut-wrenching.
You know he's not gonna get any better. I need to know that you understand.
Rough stuff.
Yeah.
Look away. Look away, Lucas.
Look at the flowers. Oh man, and he's backing up because he knows. This part's really messed up. Not just the death, but right there.
I'm so sorry.
Had she not done this, he would have transformed and like been.
I think he still would have had to eat the human flesh.
Well, he was transforming.
Yeah.
He would have become another body husk like his father.
Well, his father was glowing like that before. Like, he didn't transform just because he was glowing. He had to consume the human flesh.
Yeah, but you saw the antler protruding from his mouth already.
Yeah, after he ate the flesh.
The father?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the kid already had the antler protruding from his mouth. He was already transforming.
I missed that. Oh, so that was instant.
What are we gonna do?
Maybe he had some of the bear. I don't know.
Keep him for now.
Maybe it had some of that principle. Remember, the bear
That's true.
The bear is human meat. I mean, the bear is animal meat, not human meat.
Yeah.
Living with a tiger cub, you know? What he's going to.
Oh. He did get clawed at first. That's what knocked him on. That's what knocked him to the floor to begin with.
Well, a lot of diseases that come from this, like rabies, can come from scratches too. You don't just have to be bitten.
Mm.
And you see this with werewolf movies.
Really, I thought you had to be bitten for rabies. I didn't know that it can get.
Deep scratches. Like, I know the first cause of rabies is raccoon bites, and the third cause is raccoon scratches.
Mm.
You okay?
Yeah.
So he's definitely fucked.
Whoa. Eesh. Oh man. And his eye. I had forgotten that. Alright, so that's the end of our
Epic
flick.
movie.
Scott Cooper.
Not pretentious.
No. Not at all. It's a small, it's
This movie was made, I feel, just for the sake of making a good movie.
Yeah, let me put it this way. My impression of this movie is that it is small in scope, but it's high in stakes.
Yes,
like a lot of
that's a good way to
times, people feel like, oh, you need to have an end of the world, a zombie apocalypse, the fate of humanity to bring up the stakes.
Yeah.
But if you just have, characters that you care about, it's crazy that nowadays that even needs to be a thing that you have to articulate because it should be understood. Hey, you're going to have people in whatever story you're trying to tell. How about you make me care about them? What else? The story was good. The creature effects, to Trauma Dom's point, they didn't
Abuse CGI.
They didn't abuse CGI, which really
which is done far too often nowadays.
Oh yeah, to the point. I mean, either it's done.
Look, I get the shock and wow factors, but when it's the entire movie,
Yeah.
it's no longer shock and wow.
Right. This one, like I said, I do similar to the way that Bram Stoker's Dracula at the end, where Gary Oldman turns into a bat, or American Werewolf in London, where you see the creature enough that it's memorable. Yeah. I wish that, obviously you don't want to be overindulgent with your creature effects, even if you do practical. But I do wish we had seen more of the monster. That way people could make models after it and make merchandise after, because that just it helps. Things like that help to make a movie more memorable, more iconic. I very much enjoyed this. Like I keep saying, this was my and like I have said in last year's 2021 year in review, this was my absolute favorite movie of 2021.
Yes.
I believe that this 2021's Antlers and 2022's The Cursed, I believe that they stand out more because of such dreck and such nothing that we've had for the last 24 months of horror cinema. But I I very much endorse this. Now that the watch party's over, I do ask and hope. And you're probably saying, what would be the point in watching the review after we've seen the movie? But I do hope that you will watch the review that I did of Antlers, just because it just gives more in detail into my thoughts regarding this movie, this classic. I do hope that this does get more of a following, more people taking a look. Sure. More people taking a look at this, more people discovering this movie. So yeah, I mean, my thoughts haven't changed about this movie. I absolutely love it. I wish we could get more movies like this. We were overdue for a monster movie like this. So that was my thoughts on this. So what's on the scene for The Mind's Eye? As always, I do ask that you guys check out my clips channel, Mind's Eye Incisions. That is a clips channel that I started for our 2-year anniversary. That just provides 2 to 5 minute clips of my videos that I posted already and will be posting going forward. That way you'll have my long form videos. You will have YouTube shorts, short trailers for each of my videos that I do, as well as clips, bite-sized for easy consumption. I do ask that you sub to my YouTube, the Facebook and Twitch. Facebook and Twitch will be for the watch party streams. YouTube will be for the mind games, which I'll get to in a second. I do ask that you sub to my Twitter, IG pages for announcements and updates. And speaking of announcements and updates, check out the Discord, the Mind's Eye Discord, link in the description, as well as I just opened a locals as well as Truth Social pages, and it's Mind's Eye Inkarnate there as well. So what are some coming attractions? So the Mind Games schedule is I do live streams of horror games every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard to 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard. What else? This upcoming Tuesday will be our last playthrough of November for the Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed video game. I said, the hell with YouTube. I'm going to continue or finish up Leftovers Month, which was supposed to be the Halloween after party, finishing up the Netflix Cabinet of Curiosities. So actually, today being Friday, I'm going to be doing that for the remaining Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday of November. Trauma Dom had asked before what is going to be our watch party schedule for December. So, the original and the movie that we'll still be watching in December, I will let you know when, will be The Orphan. There are a couple of movies that are set to release. I have to confirm which ones that will be coming out in theaters versus which ones will be coming out on streaming. What I know for a fact is Violent Night, which comes out December 2nd in theaters, but I just don't know if, I imagine it's going to be limited run theaters. December 9th on Shudder will be Christmas Bloody Christmas. And then the Grinch slasher movie on December 15th called The Mean One. That one, I don't know where it's coming out on. I don't know if it's coming out on streaming or theater, but I will look into that. But
should be comical at the very least.
Rest assured that the official Christmas watch party for the Mind's Eye Theater will be The Orphan. I will give you guys more of an advance notice as opposed to tonight. This was very impromptu. But when we do stream The Orphan, I will let you guys know. So,
can't wait for that.
Mark your calendars and say your prayers. I've been Inkarnate, reminding you, I'm not just a big deal, I'm the real deal. You're resigned to your fate? Time to subscribe to your fears.